Um, there doesn't seem to be too much conflict or aggression outside of that on this floor so far. Most of the animals are just chilling, grazing around. The monkeys seem to uh, chill out, riding on deer and play games on hay bales on occasions. Um, the ghosts around seem to be just doing their own thing. As you guys open this door, you find two extremely pale figures in chains. Um, they uh, one second, I'm on the wrong page. Um, one of them is in a hood and robes, and another one is wearing studded leather. Um, they both look like elves, though they're both kind of in dark colors, blacks, a few silvers here and there. Um, the they both look at you, and then they kind of just like look at each other and begin whispering.
Can I tell what language
Can I
they're
hear the
whispering in?
whisper?
Yeah.
What languages do you guys speak? Also, John, make a religion check.
Gotcha.
Common and orc, but I can now cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
I got Abyssal Celestial Infernal.
Can you put comprehend languages in chat for me, please?
Guiding
That's
whispers.
hilarious. Okay.
I'm gonna whisper.
So what are you doing guidance for?
I don't know. I'm just giving it to
Okay,
Ajax.
fair.
Well, it's whatever he wants to do.
Olive, if you want to be in this, you can make a religion check as well. You get advantage, Olive. The As you're trying to listen into their whispers, John, you recognize this language as Sylvan. This is a Fey variant of Elvish.
I speak
Um,
Sylvan.
Oh, sick. Then you could hear half of the conversation.
Bet.
One of them is speaking Sylvan to the other. The other is kind of responding with like guttural sounds, some screeches, and like he also seems to be like snapping his jaw together. Um, in a kind of pattern that seems to be a language of some sort.
Is that Abyssal?
Can I understand it all?
It is not abyssal, and Ajax can understand it.
Yeah.
What are y'all's passive perceptions? And then if you could also all roll me perception checks for whoever's trying to listen in.
I have a 14 on
I'm just gonna
I'm an
give
18.
guidance. Mine's a 10.
I got a
Word.
natural 1.
You guys have guidance on all of these checks that I'm throwing out.
I got a
My
9.
passive is 18, but I'll perceive. Hold on.
30.
Hold on. Let me be slow.
No,
28.
Solid.
Here's them
So-
whispering from the other room. What'd you say?
With
Also, I got a 13 on my living check.
okay. So both John and Olive recognize these as Drakari. These are elves that are specifically usually in service to the Raven Queen. The hooded one is saying to the one in studded leather, he's talking about how they should approach the situation being outnumbered, talking about wanting to leave and report back. Ajax, you hear the other one kind of in a sneering tone mention that it doesn't matter if they're outnumbered, they will be fine.
They're chained up, right?
They are chained up. He also says our corpses are worthless anyway. We'll just get a new husk when we go back. And that is what they are talking about. Just kind of how to approach dealing with you guys.
Are they both male or is one female? Or can I
One of
even
them
tell?
appears male. The other one is pretty androgynous. It's a little hard to tell. How familiar is Ajax with elves?
Probably not very.
Make a history check.
I imagine not a lot of elves are like criminals.
Can't tell if that's right.
Methinks you lack the propensity for wood elves, my friend. But
Or drow.
yeah, drow can be several kinds of criminal. But
Well, when I say elves, I meant like the normal, not like
whoa.
right.
We can't just
you got
say
your
they're
normal
not
high
elves.
snooty, high tidy,
Well,
fucking high
I mean,
Can't
this
elves.
just say
kind of
that.
trait recognition applies across all sub race of elf. I would say it looks somewhat feminine, but you're not 100% sure.
Okay. So I guess if nobody else is gonna go in, I'll go in. I'll take a step in and be like, so what do you find people doing chained up here? And why you
Um,
whispering about trying to handle us?
what language are you speaking to them in?
I mean, I only still have the two, so either I just tried common first or then orc.
Word. All right. Um, do. After you say that, they both look at you. You get the sense that they definitely understand what you just said. But they look back at each other and go back to discussing in Elvish. For about another, I'd say like 25 to 30 seconds. And what is it you asked them again?
I asked them, what are they doing here and why are they chained up? And why are they talking about, as if we can't hear them, handling us?
As you wait for their response, the one that's speaking in this strange language is kind of eyeing you up and down as if to almost gauge you in whether or not he could kick your ass. You are
If
well
he's
versed in this kind of breakdown of looking at someone.
if he's doing
Do I
that, can
hold
I
my
can I
action?
like roll intimidation?
Well, he's not getting aggressive. He's just giving you this eye of trying to figure out if he can beat you.
Yeah,
Or
I just want to hold an action. If they start to attack, I want to counter the spell.
Well, I like what I
Sure.
was trying to do is I just want to stand there menacingly while he's doing that, just like
Sure.
give off that JoJo aura vibe.
You want to try to strike a pose?
JoJo
Yeah,
posing
sure.
at them.
JoJo's is canon in this world.
All right, I'll
Uh,
give you
Yeah,
21.
Orcus loves JoJo.
give me a performance check to determine how good this pose is, and then you'll roll intimidation after.
Guidance.
And then other guidance. 12, and then can I keep the 21?
Which pose are you going for?
Uh, hmm. Isn't there like the like wall lean thing they do, like where they? Oh fuck, what is it?
I don't know. I haven't finished the show, so anything you say works for me.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, I think I can find exactly what I'm talking about.
I think I've only gotten into the 4th season.
I think that's
But
about
with
where I
that
left
performance check, we'll say that the pose works. It's not the best attempt at a JoJo pose you've ever done before. It's a little bit shaky. We'll say your 21 is fine. So what you were going for works. He continues to eye you, though you see he's like being a little bit more careful about how he looks at you to kind of actually take a stock in what you can accomplish, because it's as if you've kind of earned his respect with that as a warrior. After that, like 30 seconds of them discussing, the hooded figure lifts their head and they will say during our experience with the large room, we were separated from the rest of our group, and as we tried to, or rather this one decided to violently lash out against the spirits, they imprisoned us so that we, I guess, wouldn't be an issue any further.
That sucks.
And which one did they say lashed out? The one.
The one in the studded leather.
Oh, okay.
We were sent to investigate this location, and due to us being separated from our group, we believe it best for us to leave the premises and report back.
And how long ago was this separation?
By my reckoning, likely 2 to 3 days. Though time works a bit different here.
Yeah, where's your forces located?
They were able to make it through the room. We were locked behind it.
No, the people you're trying to get back to. Like, where are you from?
Oh, um, are you still kind of like standing behind the threshold in Ajax, or are you stepping forward as you are talking now?
I think I'm fine with staying where I'm at.
Okay. Because they don't really see, or at least the one who's talking doesn't really see you, she kind of speaks up, or they, I should say, rather. Um, uh, fucking hell, dude. My brain is uh struggling. What was the question you asked again?
Where are they from?
Ah, okay.
Where are you
Usually,
from?
we don't wish to disclose that information without understanding if we can be cordial with each other.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Well, I mean, if you don't attack us, we won't attack you. Simple as that. But I mean, if you wish to meet in early grave, that can be arranged. But
I mean, we don't really have to do anything. We can just leave. I'll
We
just leave
don't
them here.
have intentions of fighting necessarily, unless
They're still trapped
you
here.
swing first.
We can
But
just lock the door again.
if you let us go, we can maybe share some information you might want.
well, how about a show of good faith first? How about you tell him what he was asking, and then we'll go from there. Or you can just stay here
You,
and starve. I mean, that's always an option.
both John and Olive know enough about the Raven Queen and the Shadar Kai to know that they are a group of elves that have been, according to the religion and legend, has been with the Raven Queen in the Shadowfell since her ascension to divinity. She sends them out on missions to gather trinkets that hold memories to great tragedy and sorrow, as well as aid in fighting demons and undead, uh, as well as trying to uh, make sure that the goddess has uh, the ability to attempt to access the entirety of her domain, which would be death itself, fate, and winter. With the thing that you said, Ajax, the hooded figure will say, how about a different question other than where we come from?
Looks back to John.
Okay. Um. What did you find in here?
A few hidden rooms, several non-lethal traps that send you back to the beginning. Um, Ethereal servants or ghosts, um, working to care for the spirits of animals that reside in here.
Okay. Um. Olive, are they telling the truth?
Roll insight.
Give myself guidance, I guess.
I can do it.
Insight. Just strikes her shoulders.
While you know about the Raven Queen and the Shadarkai from your clerical background, they are a very secretive religious group. Very little is known of them outside of that. And because they've spent so much time in the Shadowfell, they're also kind of mad to an extent. So their way of conversing is very new to you. So you struggle to discern whether they are telling the truth or lying.
So here's a question. If John mentions the Raven Queen, as you said, would I know if that person is like an enemy to Orcus or not?
Make a religion check with disadvantage.
Where the fuck is it?
But you got guidance.
A 9.
Plus guidance.
Oh, that'd be so.
11.
You know that there are many deities who dislike Orcus, and by that same thread, many deities that Orcus does not like, as Orcus wants to spread chaos and anarchy and death. The with a 11, you know that the list is long and there's more enemies than there are friends. So you can make an educated guess that they're likely enemies. But you also reckon if you were to convince them to aid you in a way, that your patron might be proud of you for using some of his potential enemies to your gain.
I'm not much better at all.
Guidance?
Sure.
I mean, you guys have it, so if you want to use it, you can just kind of use it.
Yeah. 12. I specifically just am trying to figure out if that's actually all they found in here. I'm trying to see if they have anything in their pockets.
So in regards to the truth of the hooded figure's last statement, you're not 100% sure, but you'd say that like none of it is lies. There might be something omitted from the truth potentially, but it seems pretty trustworthy.
Well, I definitely think if you want us to unchain you, you should just turn out your pockets right now. So I don't want to be stabbed in the back.
You wish for our weapons.
Yeah.
We're imprisoned. We don't have weapons. They're in that cupboard over there.
Oh, sweet. I go to the
Kind
cupboard.
He points to this weird, like, outcropping in the wall, which you don't see to have any handles or door or like keyholes or door things. It just looks like a weird outcropping in the wall. The hooded figure says, "It's a secret panel where the ghosts put our armaments in there. I didn't see how they opened it, so you're on your own there.
Do, 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 do. I don't think that's gonna help me much to know. It's
As you kind of enter the room and step up to the cabinet, the one in studded leather starts eyeing you up and down, trying to gauge whether or not he can beat you in a fight. You're kind of known in that look as well, having experienced the wizard duels at school. But after a bit of him looking at you, he turns to the hooded figure and starts speaking to them again. Ajax, you hear them say, "This is the one we were told to look for." And the hooded figure begins to kind of look at John.
can I investigate this thing?
Absolutely.
I would like my imp to fly over and give him the help action. But
Sure.
also, can my familiar and me, do we have like a telepathic bond, right?
Sorry, I'm still only thinking of the shadow. If it's like a normal familiar, or is it like Pact of the Chain
It's Pact of the Chain.
familiar?
Yeah, it's Pact of the
Then it's
Chain.
telepathic, yeah.
As I have it help over to give him, like, help him out, I would telepathically have it, like, I'd say, hey, whisper what they just said in John's ear.
What is your familiar?
It is an imp.
Okay. Uh, yeah, so John Ajax's new imp buddy lands on your shoulder and begins to help you in finding the secret compartment, which you do very easily. It's a simple latch. It's not locked. On the inside, you find um, uh, a spiked chain, a short sword, um, as well as a uh, kind of weird mix between a like crystal ball and a wand. It's like a stubby wand with a giant orb on the top, and you suspect that to be a arcane focus of some kind.
All right. Um,
And the imp tells you that they are talking about you and that they were supposedly sent to look for you.
is that an infernal? I guess
I assume it knows common as well.
I have infernal, so if they can't understand that, it's probably better.
Yeah, whatever language. I don't know exactly how the familiar works.
All right. So it tells you that in Infernal.
Yeah. Can you send me those things on a list? I'm just gonna take them.
There you go.
And then man, what is up with this thing? after having the imp tell him that, I guess have it whisper again into his ear in Infernal. Do you think we should press them about what they just said?
Well, do you guys have any other information you would like to share with us?
They kind of look at each other for a while, like 15 to 20 seconds. The one in studded leather kind of nods his head. The hooded figure speaks up and says, "We were sent here by the Lady in Black." Both John and Olive recognize this as a somewhat common term to refer to the Raven Queen as. Um, he continues, there are souls here that the lady wishes to have move on to their after places. She is particularly interested in you. He turns his gaze to look at John. You are different from the companion ilk that you surround yourself with. Us mere mortals. Our Lady wishes to have a word with you. If you would be so kind as to reach out at a time that benefits you.
Interesting. Well, we'll do that, all right? And then and John will just leave.
Will you not unchain us?
John's just gone. He doesn't even stop.
The hooded figure turns his gaze to Ajax, the only one left in the room.
Damn. And I'm supposed to be the ruthless one.
Well, they said that at my earliest convenience. I mean, they gave me the option.
Decisions.
They said I could come back whenever.
In your knowledge of studying religion, you know that they're talking about reaching out to the Raven Queen, like in a kind of communion or prayer. Not talk to them.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I thought so. Just
Maybe
wanted to
they're gonna leave him
clarify.
to die. That's the whole point.
You don't feel like you need to eat or drink or sleep in the astral plane. They are not going to die here. Unless something kills them.
I'm just stuck there. It's not my job to kill them. But I clearly can't let them out.
You don't trust the Raven Queen's personal peeps, bro?
Not really.
Your brother is one, dude. That's crazy.
Is there since I've dealt with like 2 different packs now, and I have like a little demon man as well, could I in any way, because I plan on unchaining them, but I want to get impossible writing, binding writing, that I get an IOU if these people ever show up again.
I mean, yeah, you can offer that. Make a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage since they are currently stuck for forever, basically.
Let's go. 23.
Do you want to add any specific stipulations or just like a favor?
A favor, no questions asked.
Has to be literally anything he asks.
They sign it pretty
I want them to sign it in blood.
nonchalantly.
Blood's more binding.
If you push on trying to have them sign it in blood, as you kind of approach them with the contract, double downing on the signing in blood, the hooded one will kind of pull his head back a bit and sneer at you, and he'll say, "You reek of the Prince of Undeath." Were it not for the one we came to look for, we would never accept this. But we will do so nonetheless. And they sign in blood.
Awesome. And while they're signing, I would like to retort back. I mean, you're more than welcome to stay here for God knows how long and be stuck. And then when you finally do get out, since time works differently here, apparently, who knows what'll happen on the actual regular plane.
They, after the comment about stinking of the Prince of Undeath, they kind of just stop talking to you. But you get them to sign your no questions IOU in exchange for setting them free.
Okay. I'll make sure I get the contract that they just signed secured snug before letting them out.
As he secures his contract, John will just be shouting from out there, Ajax, leave those quote unquote lowly mortals alone and come back.
All right.
Look,
After you finish unhooking their bindings, you hear John call out to you.
look, I'm
The Scarlet just start to like calmly get up and seemingly walk towards the exit.
look, I may be a thief and a vagabond, but I do have some sort of code of honor, even if it is among thieves.
Those aren't thieves.
They may as well be. They're a bunch of assholes. They act like it.
Not every asshole is a thief.
I mean, they came in here to steal a relic, didn't they?
No, I think they just came looking for me.
From what you can interpret from how they spoke about what they were sent here for, you kind of assume that their main goal was trying to figure out a way to get the spirits trapped in the tower back in touch with the Raven Queen so she can guide them to their afterlife.
Exactly. They came to steal your animal.
And then the looking for John was kind of a secondary thing.
So yeah, thieves. Man,
Here for boys.
everybody who's a worshiper of or a patron of somebody, they're all a bunch of high tide, persons. Once they find out you're not, air quotes, good with their god.
Yeah, these people are pretty shitty people. They're kind of racist. I'm gonna lightning bolt them.
Let them go. I got a favor from them.
So
You gonna lightning bolt them as they're walking out?
Well, I was gonna try to do it faster, but they're moving really quick.
I mean, I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
playing it out as you guys are talking. If you like actually want to lightning bolt them further back, I'll let you do it. But
Don't
I will
do
say
it.
they don't seem actively hostile towards you. They also seem like they are kind of willing to disregard what they were originally sent here for, in the knowledge that they'll kind of be able to report back with
Yeah, that's the thing. I
knowing
don't
that
know if
they
I want them to
contacted you.
do.
You don't want them to say that they told you that the Raven Queen was interested in you.
I don't know if I just don't know. Like, I don't know what her like objective with me is.
Correct.
So
Uh,
in general,
I mean,
having
just
people go back and like confirm that I am in a location is something that I do not know if I am for.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, you would suspect that the Raven Queen would know that you are kind of generally located in and around the tower on the prime material plane, if she is
Gotcha.
actually interested on you or in you. Then uh brain, what the hell? While you don't know enough about the Raven Queen to know if she would continue to send like raids to try and break the spirits out of your tower, but you get the feeling that you could potentially work out a way to stop it through talking with
Oh,
or reaching out to the Raven Queen.
all right. Well,
So you don't
instead,
immediately suspect that they are a actual threat to you guys.
all right. So instead of lightning bolt them, I'm just going to jump scare them with a minor illusion.
Word.
Just have like a little Casper jump out in front of them and be like, huh.
Make a, what would this be? Like intimidation or arcana, I guess.
Sure. We'll do Arcana.
The one in the studded leather doesn't seem to react much, and the one in the hood kind of like jumps and gives a little shriek and walks a bit faster.
Literally the only thing that they could roll.
Honestly, it's it's also kind of fitting that it's the kind of fightery one
Yeah.
who's just like too distracted from
Just
like
walks through it. Just
yeah. But they leave out the front door, um not turning around or addressing that in any way.
I'll yell after them. Oh yeah, look out for the dragon.
They seem to ignore you,
Okay. I warned them.
or rather ignore, they don't respond in any way for you to know if they cared to listen to what you were hollering at them.
They gave him a fair
Um,
shake. The dragon's there somewhere.
they will leave. During the conversation, they mentioned that they were aware of more than one hidden place. But besides that, you guys don't have any where else to go but up the stairs.
We also have this other locked door.
Oh yeah.
which one? That one?
Yeah.
I mean, I can still take a crack at it.
Go for it.
Thieves' tools go.
Just more people change.
22.
Wow, it's unlocked.
Oh,
As you
God.
open the door, you see it very much resembles the path you took to get to the lobby the other direction. It's not exactly the same, but it has almost a 100% similar layout.
So yeah, if anything, this is exactly like the other side where there's a bunch of traps.
Non-lethal traps.
Well,
Is
do
that
you
a
want to figure out where the
is that a door
there's a
I spy up there?
It is.
is there anything the other direction?
You reckon that would probably get you towards the big open grazing area or the lobby again, going back that way.
Okay.
Going up north, you reckon that would get you somewhere close to the puzzle room, maybe back to the big grazing room again. There might be an extra room back there, but um, other than that, those are the general like direction loops.
Yeah, I turn to John and tell him I'm going up the stairs. There ain't nothing else left here.
Alrighty.
Did you want to do anything before leaving, Olive?
Not really. But nothing really I want to do.
Word. So the group will go back through the puzzle room and walk up the stairs. As they walk up the stairs, they will um, kind of feel a kind of calming and rewarding presence wash over them as they fade into an unconscious state. You guys all wake up back in the green dragon area.
We just come out of John's coat like an escalator, just like do 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 do.
Um, but yeah, what would you all like to do?
I mean, I guess go check what he left us in here.
Look
Um,
around.
we
Is this like poison?
It doesn't smell very fresh as most water tends to smell. It smells pretty pungent and putrid.
Uh, I am gonna cast fly.
All right.
if I have help 22 to investigate the water.
Sure. As you're flying across Ajax, you notice that there are kind of large pedestals placed in this strange liquid that have statues on them. um, the investigation check on the water reveals that it is putrid water infected by the um, overly chlorinated nature of a green dragon's breath weapon. Um, this is a very toxic substance that would potentially cause a kind of acidic damage if you were to submerge yourself in it for too long.
Gotcha.
I'll fly up next to John and like hold out my hand.
All right. I mean, like, where are you flying us to?
Well, from what I could see, there's some more land on the other side, just across.
All right. I mean, we can go over there.
You ferry John over. You
I'd also go back for Olive, so we're all over.
ferry Olive over. Over on this side, you find a decently open space. You find various stone pillars with runes carved into all of them. Up here, you find a pedestal that has 4 crystal balls resting in it. And then up a little cliff here, you can see what appear to be a few statues, and you can see the glimmer of a bright golden hue from looking over the ridgeline.
I guess I'll fly up there.
There's a bunch of shit right there. It's a lot
Bunch of
of
shit.
gold, some chests, stuff in there.
You just got a bunch of shit.
Yeah, similar situation. This horde seems to have been scavenged and collected up. And these are kind of the remnants. While you didn't strike a deal to obtain them, the dragon is in the astral sea.
Yes. So I guess we message Hawkins and repeat the last process.
Yeah, I'd
Send
say
gold
pretty
to the
much.
camp.
Uh, and then I'd like to go check out the whatever crystal ball thing while they're doing that
Sure.
shit.
Give me a second. I need to look
I
up something.
also have a thing that I want to do.
Do the thing.
I want to control water, to move the water and see if there's anything hidden in the water.
Alrighty. You said look into the water. I was kind of doing a thing while hearing you say that. So, from what I got, that would be perception, I believe.
No, I want to control water
Control water. Okay, to check.
and just move
Word.
the water out of the way. Looking for stuff.
Investigation. Then.
Okay. Nat 20.
What are you trying to discern from the crystal balls?
That was for that was for his water thing. I haven't rolled for anything.
Right. I'm asking you what.
He's
Oh.
moving on for a minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna do bulk stuff as like in order. You asked first, but I didn't clarify a role
like
yet.
what their use is and if the crystal balls can potentially be removed.
Sure. Olive, do you want to do anything?
I don't know.
Word.
I'm just kind of vibing at the moment. My ears like not plugged up, so fucking with that for the past like 30 minutes.
I feel. Then just let me do some, or let me know if you want to do something. Final, give me a Arcana check. With the investigation check, John, you find that there is a multitude of creatures that seem to manage to live in this quote unquote ecosystem, if you could call it that. There are a couple of fish, but they're rather small and stout, and several different kinds of underwater arthropods and bug like creatures. None of them seem big enough to be an actual threat, unless you maybe became
Oh,
half or more melted if you stayed swimming in the pond.
I was specifically looking for like a loot, if that wasn't misunderstood.
Ah, cool. Sure. Let's see.
I was just trying to see if the dragon hid shit in the thing that he can swim in.
What level's the party right now?
8.
Cool, thank you. Um. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Um. You managed to spot a couple of uh items. Roll a d12. Cool. Um. All right. You collect 5 items that you find searching through the pond this way. I will add them to the Dragon's Horde stuff, as John is easily able to mage hand or something the stuff out, and kind of collect them in a nice little pile.
Sick.
The 21, you reckon that these crystal balls are some form of communication, as most kind of wizardly people or spellcasters that you've learned about as you've been kind of exploring the packs that you've made. Um, Wizards like to use crystal balls to communicate with individuals that hold the other side of the pair of crystal balls. So you reckon that these 4 things are connected to 4 other uh, crystal balls that other individuals own that this dragon wanted to keep in communication with.
Are they labeled? Question mark.
Nope.
Oh boy. Well, that'll be fun to interact with. uh, After looking at that, I want to use the rest of my time with Fly to just kind of scout out the rest of the cave.
All right. You can move your token around the map as you will, and I'll kind of just describe stuff. This kind of area just seems to be other methods of traversal for the dragon. Over on the other side, there seems to be a bridge which leads to a cauldron and some like what seem to be like potion ingredient storage or alchemy storage. You think that this area was for either the dragon's followers or the dragon themselves to do work, as well as gain access to the inner part of the layer. If you continue down that way, you'll come back out into the grove entrance that you came in at.
Okay. As I'm flying back through this alchemy room, are there any empty vials, or how many of those can I find if there are?
Yeah, easily enough. Make an investigation check.
19.
Yeah, you find at least 8 that you can use for like general potion work or like random liquid storage. You also find 3 little ones and 2 kind of bigger ones that you're not quite sure what they might be useful for.
I'm gonna take the 4 regular sized ones, or I'm gonna take
All right.
4 out of the 8 regular sized ones. And as I go back right here, I'm gonna hand 2 to my imp, and then since we can both fly, I'm gonna tell him carefully try to get some of this liquid that is below us in these things.
Make dexterity checks. You can use like acrobatics if you have proficiency. But if you don't, which I guess is more towards the imp, then they would need to make a flat dexterity check. You can have the imp add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay. Let me. I don't know what imp stats are real quick.
I got you.
They have a +3. Ooh. So in total, that would be a +6 to a flat 20.
Yeah, sounds right.
So 15 plus 6. So yeah.
And then the one for Ajax.
Mine's the same either way. So D4. There you go. 6.
Your imp manages to fill both bottles rather easily. You, on the other hand, seem to struggle with your rather large hands in comparison to avoid from touching the liquid. If you want to maintain and fill both bottles, you can take a chunk of damage. You can try to drop one and take a bit less damage to get one, or you can drop both.
How much is a chunk of damage?
I would double the damage for one.
I'll take the 1.
Okay. You take 12 acid damage as you let go of one bottle to maintain hold on another, and you come away with 3 acidic vials, or vials of acid.
So 3 vials of. Okay, made sure to mark that down.
Would you guys like to do anything else before going through the loot from the Dragon Horde and the lake stuff?
Um,
Did you say something, Olive?
Nah, I'm
Okay, weird.
my ears all plugged up. It's hard to focus.
That shit sucks.
I would if they're gonna do the gold stuff, which no, I think John has to be the one to fuck with that since it's with Hawkins. I would make sure to tell him what I like know about the crystal ball shit,
Okay.
and then I tell him that I'm gonna, while they're doing that, I'm gonna fuck about with the alchemy stuff that I found over there.
All right. John, what do you want to do? Go through the loop or something else? Dan?
Then died in
Well,
the acid lake.
what would you like to do fucking around with the alchemy stuff? Oh, never mind.
Alchemist.
He's
What?
back. Do you want to go through the Dragon's Horde, fuck with the alchemy stuff with Ajax, or do something else?
I mean, I'll help him if he needs it.
Also, I would have told. I don't know if you were here to hear, but I would have told you what I found out about the crystal balls that were there.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's just gonna go spend his time while you guys were teleporting the gold with the Hawkins's bullshit at the alchemy stuff.
What would John like to do? I don't think Ajax is necessarily requesting help, but I don't think he would be opposed to it if you followed along with him.
What was the thing he found out about crystal balls?
So the four blue dots over here are crystal balls on a pedestal. They are the kind of arcane device that's connected to another one that it's likely that the dragon used these to communicate with, if not four individuals, four different groups of people.
And none of them are labeled, so we don't know who they actually contact.
Did they react to my crystal ball at all?
No, not necessarily. If you
Okay.
try to channel some kind of magic through both of them at once to try to see if they're intertwined, you could try to do that with an Arcana check. But there's no like inherent reaction if you hold the like a ball up to another.
Okay. Well, I'll throw him a guidance for his alchemy and go through the horde with Olive, I guess.
All right. um, can I get a? What are you trying to do with the alchemy stuff, Ajax?
Depends. Is there like a recipe book or any kind of notes written down?
You can try to look for that. You could try to look for ingredients. You can try to look for like magic scrolls or something of that nature.
Well, I'll say first I'll look for the ingredient book, and I'll have my imp help me with that. So at least I'll have a
Sure. Make an investigation check.
advantage. 15 plus.
After scouring around for a while, you manage to find a book that seems to have images of potion ingredients. Of the what languages do you know?
Common and orc. If I take a short rest, I could have comprehend.
If you wanted to take a short rest to get the comprehend, you could, but you currently cannot read the book. You can still discern different plants from one another by the pictures. But to know what they do and how to use them in potion craft, you would need to take the short rest.
Yeah, then I would take the short rest, and while I'm taking the short rest, I'd like to have the imp kind of like scour the shelves and stuff for any kind of scrolls.
Sure. Give me a D4.
4.
Nice. Um, do. I need to go here and do. Sorry, I am making sure I am also keeping track of what's being given to you guys just in case. So uh let's start with, what do you guys want to start with? Items, gemstones, money, to Olive and John. When do you guys want to start sorting through?
Domain expansion. I lost the game.
Fuck. Everyone automatically fails the domain expansion as long as they were aware of the domain's existence previously.
Domain expansion, English or Spanish.
¿Por qué los dos? What do you want to look through?
Loot.
Yeah, do you want to do items, gems, money, or
items.
okay?
John's always looking for artifacts and rare items.
What about Olive? What is she looking through first?
Then just items, so probably just help them.
Word. Let's see. As you guys are going through the things that John fished out of the water, as well as stuff just in the hoard, you find several embroidered throw pillows depicting wormling dragons. You find an hourglass filled with sparkling sand, a scroll containing a long and epic poem in praise of the dragon, a map showing the dragon's lair in relation to villages and other landmarks on the island, a jar with a dead elithid tadpole floating in chemicals. There is a fiend skull, and there is a drum that Olive and John, you both recognize, is used in various different religions for like rites and ceremony and stuff. This one in particular has a very loud and foreboding echo to its tone.
Give it to the goblins.
You also find roll a D100.
Okie doke.
You find a strangely shaped, mostly spherical ball that's probably the size of a gold coin if it were a sphere, maybe a bit bigger. It looks to have kind of runic carvings on it, as well as the almost outlines of a iris and lens of an eyeball.
I found the Millennium Eyes.
Somebody roll another D100.
You want to do this one off?
Let's see.
100.
31. You.
Roll a D4.
Okay.
Max. Damn.
You find a fine wooden box that weighs about a pound, and inside is a brush and 2 pots with what seem to be a kind of paint in them. Another D100.
Damn. Hi.
Boo.
This is ridiculous. Just carve out both my eyes. Just
Appropriate reaction.
You find a set of 4 horseshoes. They seem to have really beautiful gold filigree around the edges. Let's see. Another D100.
I rolled one, but it was the same number as my other one.
73.
Let's see. You find a bag with what appears to be somewhat like scratchy and sporadic stitching and embroidery. There also seem to be strange kind of triangular flaps at the opening at the top that almost seems to resemble the mouth of some kind of monster.
I do some sort of check to discern what the monster is.
Yeah, make a survival or nature check.
And then her next roll is a 73.
Hold on.
Doo-doo-doo.
20.
This kind of rings the almost mimic alarm bells, though you picked it up. You're not sticking to it. It's not like a mimic,
It's
but
a
it
bag of
reminds you of a mimic.
devouring kind of thing.
You find a potion. Then the 73. Roll a d6.
D6. 2.
You find a jar that has a
Not the
milky
jar.
white substance in it.
Not the
No.
jar.
Is there a pony floating in there?
No, there's nothing in there but this kind of viscous milky white liquid. And it's only filled up about like 2/7 of the way.
There's nothing else in the jar.
Bro's at
Nope.
2/7.
2/7. Yes.
What a strange.
Like 2 ounces of liquid are in there.
2 ounces, huh? That's pretty
2
specific.
ounces. Yep.
So there's it's a 14-ounce jar, is what you're saying.
No, it is a 7-ounce jar. There's 2 ounces in it.
Oh,
2/7.
2/7.
What an oddly proportioned jar.
Yep. Let's see.
Is it yellowing at all?
71.
No, it is not. It is perfectly milky white. Almost like thick milk.
Does it smell like mayonnaise?
Do you open it?
No.
And
I don't
tickle
have it.
with?
I'm too busy making potions.
Okay, another D100.
71.
71. Sure, that sounds good. Another D100. You find a ring that seems to have a rather beautifully crafted kind of seal that seems to depict a goat or ram's head. 15. You find a breastplate medium armor.
There you go.
Another D100.
87.
D4.
4. 3.
You find a book that is titled Manual of Iron Golems.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
D100.
Who got this one?
What was that?
Olive.
Nope.
Sure.
We get to see what's in between.
Ha!
So we want to say
Okay. And then Olive roll another D100, and that's the last one.
88. Ooh, that's the highest one.
I like double numbers.
Super symmetrical number.
Sick.
It's
Okay.
basically 2 infinities.
Ajax with your roll. A very elegantly carved statuette that can fit in your hand and is made of a shiny black glass. You find in the shape of a horse. With your roll, Olive, you find a book that is titled Manual of Quickness of Action.
Ooh.
Let's see. You also find a you find a black robe that is embroidered with small white stars. And you also find a very very carefully carved kind of John, to you it almost looks like a wand, but if at closer inspection when you look at it, it can't be used as a wand, but it does something with improving magic. You just don't recognize it. And that is it for the items.
Viagra for
Oh,
magic.
I was wrong. There's more items.
What?
Uh,
Lied to us.
you also find slippers. You find a shield. You
Slippers.
find a
Shield.
pearl. You
Pearl.
find bagpipes.
If only I knew how to play bagpipes.
Yeah, I don't either. I just got flute, drum, lyre.
I don't have any instruments.
Ha! That's stupid. You find a tiny object that looks like a feather, but it's kind of made out of a almost porcelain, and carved into the side of the feather is a bird. That is all items. Y'all got gemstones and money.
Can I have this robe if no one else wants it?
A robe, yeah, take it.
Yeah, I'll take the robe with the stars on it.
If
All
I
right.
if I put the statuette of the horse down, what happens?
It sits there.
Doesn't do anything.
Are you trying to get it to do something? Like, you just put it on the ground and then waited for something to happen.
I mean, I didn't want to go with the obvious comical
Whistle.
answer of "Go horse, I choose you," and fucking throw it like a
Oh, the
Pokeball.
statue. Duh, no, I'm kidding.
You gotta whistle, bro.
Yeah, what are you doing to try to see if this thing activates? Or are you just gonna attune to it over time and see what it does?
I guess attune to it if I have to. I mean, fuck, I don't know. I don't even know how to
I mean,
activate this
if you
thing.
want to try something to activate, you can try.
Do like a whistle. Do like a farmer
Sure, a
whistle.
whistle, a snap of the fingers, or "Hey horse, get the fuck up."
Give it the shocker.
Maybe his name is
Roll
Bo-
a Arcana check.
I do the wake up Joe Biden thing, but have it just be wake up horse.
Joe
Arcana check. 12 plus 3. 15.
Okay. As you spend some time trying to do some rigmarole to figure out if you can turn on this very beautifully polished horse statue or statuette, you snap your fingers and click your heels and do a giddy up and whistle, and the horse turns into a large, very scary looking steed.
And when you say scary looking, like, what are we talking?
It looks fiendish in nature.
So I'm assuming something like the what are they called? Nightmares?
Yeah.
Does it have
Okay.
wings?
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess.
all
I
of your
Can I just
books
have
you
it where I'm like
have.
fucking with this thing over here for a little bit and then I come flying back in where they're at on it?
Make an animal handling check to try to see if it listens to you.
Oh good. I'm real good at these. 19, baby, let's go.
Wow, that's great.
Another book that Olive found raises a stat, I think.
Just like touch the horse and like have it peer into the like, mind for a second and link up and just be like, yeah, you should probably listen to me.
Do. Looking up stuff. Um.
Man, when I was playing my
Yeah,
druid that could transform into one of those things were fucking baller.
it's pretty fucking baller, man. So through that animal handling check, you manage to gain its respect enough to get on top of it. It seems very docile. You suspect it will not aid you in combat other than in self-defense. But you reckon that you can probably use him as a mount whenever you can turn the statue into the horse. In terms of like using the horse in combat, like if you flew it into a fight, like it would do that, but it wouldn't actually attack something unless something attacked it.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfectly fine.
Okie dokie. Um,
Now, I'm assuming my only problem with the horse is it probably only speaks Infernal, right?
Shh. It speaks more than that.
Okay, cool. Works for me. At least I can communicate with it.
Who wants to do the next thing?
I know all those book increases a stat. I think it might is dexterity. Is that the one it is?
Oh, are you talking about
The manual.
the manual of quickened
Action.
quickness of action?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a dexterity buff. It's one of those you spend 48 hours over a 6-day period or fewer. You can increase dexterity by 2, as does your maximum for the score. The manual then loses its magic but regains it in a century.
Damn, that's nice.
If you do not use dexterity, I would enjoy it. I can give you items for it.
Yeah, you can have it.
I have a ring that has a ram on it that may be something interesting. There's a shield that may be something interesting. This object with the feather on it seems interesting.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really focusing right now. I can't really get rid of 1 ear.
I feel this might sound super weird, but I've struggled with having my ears clogged in the past. When I went to the hospital to get it unclogged, they used this kind of essentially just like a spray bottle with a special tip to
Yeah.
send a bunch of water into your ear. If you have like a turkey baster or something that can apply water under pressure, but not obviously not like a crazy amount, that might be able to help.
Well, like when you say your ears are clogged, do you mean like did you go like swimming and get water in your ear, or is it just earwax?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Earwax.
What I recommend you to do is hydrogen peroxide mixed with a
Yeah.
little bit of warm water. I'd say more hydrogen peroxide than water. Get
Hmm.
that in like a syringe thingy, you know, not like anything sharp, but just like I have a thing that has the little like no screw on it. Just get it in that, get it in your ear, let it sit there for about 10 minutes on both sides, and you feel like way better afterwards.
What I used to do, when it was pretty bad for me, I just like got a bottle of hydrogen peroxide and I would take the cap, I would like fill it halfway with water, and then I would fill it the rest of the way up with hydrogen peroxide, and I would just like dump that in the ear and like hold it there for a bit and dump it out, and it just kind of would dry out the wax to make it easier to break up.
You can also like wiggle your jaw back and forth and it'll like shake your
Mm.
ear canal.
Who wants to figure out what next object do?
Does the room do anything?
Are you attuning to it, or are you gonna wait
Sure.
for? All right, let me find it.
If it has that ability, I'll do it.
Why you be looking stuff up, bro? That's crazy.
I don't know if it has that ability or not. I'm like, you're like, do you want to tune it? I'm like, I guess if I can do that.
It's just like me with the statuette of the horse. I mean,
Oh shit!
I
Sorry, Nick, you go.
assume you don't have to attune to it.
It's like there's a shield. I don't know if this is magical or not. I just assume it's an item because you specifically pointed it out. And I'm like, okay.
Like the breastplate thingy. I'm gonna assume that's magical, but I'm not 100%.
It's like, why does he just have these? Like, are these slippers magical? No, they're just his slippers. He just really
There's
liked them.
the slippers of
It's just
forever
favorite
sleep.
color.
I mean, you weren't going through it with like detect magic on, so you don't know what items are mundane or magical out of the stuff I described.
It's
Yeah, that's what I'm
just
saying. It's like we're just like grabbing an item. Like, what does this do?
I
And
mean,
do you want to attune to it? I'm like, sure, I guess.
unless John has detect magic, I sure the fuck don't.
I mean, I could ritual cast it.
Bitch, I got 2 spell slots over here. You're talking about ritual casting? Just fucking cast the
I
bitch.
don't have it prepared, so I think I have to
Okay,
ritual cast it.
so the robe does require attunement. 6 stars are located on the robe's upper front portion, are particularly large. While wearing the robes, you can use an action to pull off one of the stars and use it to cast magic missile at 5th level. Daily at
Oof.
dusk, 1d6 removed stars reappear on the robe. While you wear the robe, you can use an action to enter the astral plane along with everything you're wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use an action to return to the plane you were on. You
Sick.
reappear in the last space you occupied, or if that space is occupied, the nearest unoccupied space.
Okay.
It is the robe of stars, for reference.
Sick.
What about this breastplate? Does anything strike me about it? Or does it look normal?
It looks to be of much higher quality than steel. It seems very, very light. After racking your brain with what it could be made out of, you remember the magical material of adamantine.
Oh my god. Ajax doesn't know what that means. I'm pretty sure he's heard the term like of that metal, like from I guess, probably dealing with the war stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't actually know what that like entails.
Uh,
So he'd
I'm
have to
gonna
ask
give
John and
I'm gonna give
it's
the ram ring to Olive because it seems like more her vibe.
Word.
walk over to John with my nightmare horse. Hey John, what does this metal do when it's made into armor?
What
This
that metal
armor
do?
consists of fitted metal chest piece worn with supple leather. Although it leaves the legs and arms relatively unprotected, the armor provides good protection for the wearer's vital organs while leaving the wearer relatively unencumbered. What does John know about uh, magical ore?
Magical ore? I don't
Yeah,
know.
how much time would he have dedicated to learning or actually like keeping that information?
Oh, let's find out. Not at all.
Not not interested in geology, it seems. John doesn't know much about anything related to arcane geology, but he recognizes the name, and
That's more Hawkins vibe, I guess.
yeah, you could probably ask Hawkins, and he could probably spit out all the facts.
Sending stone. Hawkins, answer the fucking phone. I mean, I have the sending stone. I can actually do it.
How many times have you used that?
What, the sending stone?
Yep,
Uh,
you've used it with flannel once.
I think
And
Hawkins
I don't
twice.
remember anything else actually.
I think in
Hawkins
total,
to call the things at the last dragon cave.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
You would have to do it for this Dragon Cave too, so you can just combine it potentially.
Yeah, I think in
So that'd
total
be.
I've used it about like
This
7
sounds like your third
times.
times. 7 times. Okay.
I think I've used it 7 times on this level.
Okay. I will say that. When did you get this?
I got this back at the fair,
Right.
the circus, whatever you want to call that
Okay.
place.
Let me check something really quick.
It's either 6 or 7 times. One of those two.
Um. Do 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 do. Do you have it in item form, or is this just written down?
All you had me put down was sending stone.
Word. I've made a lot of items in the party loot tab that you should be able to see. And that's where I've been keeping my notes on those items specifically. I can't seem to find it in anyone's inventory for that matter.
Yeah,
Um,
I have it right here next to, because this is when it started. I got the sending stone, the filters of love, the wand of scolding, smiling, perfume, the pipe of smoking, and all the other random bullshit. So that's when I wrote it down.
Yeah, none of those are
I
in the
don't
loot.
remember if that was a uh temporary sending stone or not, like if there was a limited number of uses on it. Um,
I
but it
mean,
also doesn't work like a normal sending stone, so we'll just keep it how it is for now. And just like let it maintain its use and not be like a thing that breaks over time. Because what I remember was giving an item that was something like a sending stone, and it only had 4 charges, but I don't remember if you guys looked at it to discover if it had charges or just was using it, and I don't remember keeping track of that if I did that either. So
yeah,
we'll just keep it
if it had
working.
charges, I would have wrote it down when you gave it to me, because like the wand of scolding, it has 3 charges. So I mean, for
Right, but also in my head, a lot of things I give you are like somewhat cursed or like
oh,
fucky
I
wucky
know. I'm
shit.
just saying,
Has
like,
hidden stuff. Yeah.
I'm just saying at the
Yeah,
time, if you had mentioned it, I would have made sure to wrote it down.
yeah. So I'm just gonna let it keep working because I can't find it to see if it is true that that's what I put in the notes. So we'll just say it works until I may happenstance upon the table that had the item that has that description again.
All right.
Works for
If
me.
I don't have detect magic prepared, can I still ritual cast it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll do that then.
And while
Yeah,
he's doing that, I'll take the time to just say fuck it and put the armor on and see how I feel.
sure. With detect magic, you notice the armor's not magical, other than like the material it's crafted out of itself. It doesn't have like an enchantment on it. The weird sphere that has the eye and runic carvings is magical. Um, uh, the horseshoes are magical. The bag is magical. The weirdly specific bottle of viscous milky white substance is magical. The ring with the ram on it is magical. The manual of iron golems is magical. The obsidian figurine is magical. Um, the manual of quickness of action is magical. The slippers are magical. The shield is magical. The pearl is magical. The feather token is magical. And the other shit is non-magical, but probably worth some money.
Okay. I want to figure out what this eye thing is.
Sure.
Does
I
the
guess I'll just
armor
do.
give any stats besides normal breastplate?
It's AC 14 plus Dex. Maximum of 2 from the Dex, so 16 max total. The suit of armor is reinforced with adamantine, one of the hardest substances in existence. While you're wearing it, any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit. The armor consists of blah blah blah. That's what it gives you basically, is the crit resistance.
Man, it's almost worth the dip in 2 AC.
I personally disagree. Uh, but that's me. Um,
Well, I mean, I would go from having, because right now I'm sitting at 20 AC with the boulette armor and a shield. I would drop down to 18 if
I
I
mean,
wore
going from full warlock into fighter lock, and you said you were at 20, right? So you'd go to 16 without a shield. So that's like a 4-point drop, and unless you had a shield on.
I would still have the shield.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you'd be at 18 then. So
Yeah,
not super drastic, I guess.
the way the build
And you're
works
still at
is
18, not 16, so that's not bad.
I can, no matter what I have in my hands, I can cast spells because of the feat I took. So
Warcaster, sick.
yeah,
That's the good shit. That's why the
Hmm.
bullshit of fucking Vestin's build has been somewhat functional.
I mean, at this point, fuck it. You know, I'm probably just gonna stick with the boulette armor, but
Where
maybe
that's
still.
definitely worth a lot of money, or as a like thing to give to a follower that is constantly with you guys in combat if you so decide.
Does Olive use a shield?
She does, I believe. Let me check her character sheet to
Better question: what kind of armor
double
does
check.
she have?
She's a war domain cleric, so she can have up to heavy, I'm pretty sure.
But what does she
Her
currently have?
AC is at 19 right now. Um, she's wearing chainmail.
I mean, if she wants to
Her
wear this,
dex is 2, so she'd get 16.
I'd drop her by
So this
1
should
point.
be, yeah,
If she wants it, she can wear it for the time being. Yeah,
word.
I wouldn't mind that.
John, as you are skimming through the book labeled Manual of Iron Golems, it contains information and incantations necessary to make iron golems. The deciphering and use of the manual, to decipher and use it, you must be a spellcaster with at least 2 5th level spell slots. A creature that cannot use this manual because they are not a spellcaster and don't have access to 2 5th level spell slots. If they are actively trying to decipher it, they will take 66 psychic damage.
Yeah, I don't. I don't have that. I'm not really interested in it. I was just gonna send it to Hawkins. I was asking about the eye.
Word, I was just going through this because you can just kind of read it and
Okay.
like get the vibe of what's going to happen and what it does. But you basically learn how to make iron golems with that book, which is pretty fucking sick. The eye, uh, you examine over the rock. It is honestly just that. It's a polished, um, kind of dark slate stone with several layers. Um, as you are using detect magic as a ritual, and with that Arcana check, you learn that the eye, if it is replaced a real one that was lost or removed, it can no longer be removed by anyone other than you, and you can see through it as though it were a normal eye. So if one of you guys loses an eye, you got to back up.
I'll put it in my eye.
He just rips out his eye right there on the spot.
Does it do anything? Does it do anything else, or is that it?
No, it only means that at least one of your eyes only you can take out of your own skull.
Okay.
I just-
So I guess that's technically a buff, but only against people who are actively trying to take your eyes.
It can
I
also you can also use it as a bluff though. You could be like, "Oh, look at my magic eye."
just
That is very true. It looks weird.
Just looked at John. Look,
And you
dude.
have depth perception, so they don't exactly know why you have depth perception if that eye isn't magical in some way.
Just look, dude. If you're gonna rip your own eye out, let me do it, okay?
I'll think about it. I kind of like the vibe.
What else y'all want to go for?
What the fuck's left?
The ring with the ram is a ring of the ram, 3 charges.
What does that do?
It has 3 charges. It regains 1d3 charges daily at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to expend one of its 3 charges to make a ranged spell attack against a creature you can see within 60 feet of you. The ring produces a spectral ram's head and makes its attack roll with a +7. On a hit for each charge you spend, the target takes 2d10 force damage and is pushed 5 feet away from you.
Sick.
Alternatively, you can spend one of the 3 charges as an action to try and break an object you can see within 60 feet that isn't being worn or carried. The ring makes a strength check with a +5 for each charge you spend. So it's like force damage plus forced movement, and then break objects or doors or shit.
Yeah, I'll give it to all of. Is the shield magical?
Yes. It is when you hold that shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks. The shield has a symbol of an eye on it.
Okay.
I mean,
That's also.
I could take that if nobody wants it.
Yeah, it's like you or all of you both are good with it.
You got the horseshoes, the bag, the weird liquid in the jar. You also have some slippers and a pearl and the feather.
What is the slippers?
When you wear these light shoes, you can move up and down and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. It's slippers of spider climbing.
I'll take that.
Pearl, feather token, bag, horseshoes.
Horseshoes.
Yeah.
Sorry, having a coughing fit over here. The horseshoes are in a set of 4. While all four shoes are affixed to the hooves of a horse or similar creature, they allow the creature to move normally while floating 4 inches above the ground. This effect means the creature can cross or stand above non-solid or unstable surfaces such as water or lava. Creature leaves no tracks, ignores difficult terrain. In addition, the creature can move at normal speed for up to 12 hours a day without suffering exhaustion from forced march.
Give that to your nightmare.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just put those on my nightmare?
So after it turns into a horse, you can, but whenever it turns back into a statue, the horseshoes will fall off. You'll have to reattach them basically, unless you can like find a permanent method of affixing the horseshoes to the feet of the horse.
We'll keep those in our back pocket for now.
Bag, jar of goo, pearl, feather.
I'm adding these items into the game to make it easier for me.
Word, I was
Sorry.
gonna add I was gonna be making item handouts after the session was over.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do the
Uh,
feather thingy.
if you want to be adding stuff, I won't say no. I appreciate that. Saves
Okay.
me extra work. Um, so what did you say? Final
The feather thingamajig, whatever it
feather
is.
thingy. All right. Um, so the way this works, you can use your action to toss it 5 feet into the air. The token disappears, and another thing takes its place. I will not give you information as to what that is, but I will tell you that it obeys your simple commands and can't attack.
I'll throw it 5 feet in the air.
I will also tell you that you get to well, hang on. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, once you use this, you don't get it again.
How long does it stay?
Um, does that matter?
Potentially.
Um, let's see.
Especially if it's a one-time use item.
It lasts a day.
Fuck. Whatever, then save it.
You can try to take the time to research it or get identify going. But this is a kind of weird and complex one that nobody has any experience with before. So it's a little bit harder to decipher what its function is outside of single use, throw in
Besides,
the air, summon thing.
yeah, besides my method of figure out what it does is of throw it and
Yeah.
fucking find it.
It is not like the statue in that you can use it more than once.
Okay.
Pearl bag goo.
My guess is the bag is a bag of devouring.
This is correct.
Pearl. What is that?
It is. While this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain 1 expanded spell slot. If the spell slot was a 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd. Once you have used the pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Yo, can I
Okay.
get that?
Sure.
Give me a fucking extra spell slot.
Yeah, that's good for you.
So whatever level you cast your spells at, normally you go down 1 level for the pearl.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. What's
Goo.
What's the bagpipes? Are those magical?
Oh yeah. Where? Oh fuck.
Are those the bagpipes of haunting?
No,
Damn.
I don't think so. I have to find it again. I think I accidentally deleted the tab I opened for it. Fucking. Was it this one? Or was it this one? Anyone remember what it sounded like in the title, other than like pipes, some shit?
No, you just told us bagpipes.
Yeah, all you said was
Oh
bagpipe.
fuck me.
That's why I said pipes
Poopy
of
butthole.
haunting. That's the only one I know.
I don't remember the last word being H, which is why I am kind of second guessing that. Where the fuck is it on the list? You got a potion of storm giant strength. That was the potion you found. You got a magic rod. It's a uh I kind of am wary to give this to you. It is a Rod of the Pact Keeper. While holding this rod, you gain a +3 bonus to attack, spell attack rolls and saving throw DCs of your warlock spells. In addition, you regain 1 warlock spell slot as an action while holding the rod. You cannot use this again until you finish a long rest.
So specifically the +3 version.
It is the +3 version.
Yo!
There you go.
You could have the pearl back if you want it.
Big shit coming out here
Sure.
in this
Okay.
session.
Please spell
Not as
slot.
huge as the deck so far, but
Okay, so what is that pole
Yeah, it's like the
thingy
pearl.
called?
what's the what thingy?
The pole thing you were just talking rod thing you were talking about?
Oh, it's a +3 Rod of the Pact Keeper.
I put it in the. I'll put it in your inventory. I think.
+3 rod of the.
It's a flat +3 to spell attacks and saving throws for warlock spells, and you can use an action to get 1 spell slot back, and it's long rest to get that action back.
So +3 to my magic attack, and then a +3 to the DC.
Yep.
Bro, that brings my magic. That is a 19 spell save DC with a +11 to
You're
attack.
Underneath
You're a
your
baller
items,
with a budget with a fucking undead sugar daddy.
underneath your items, the item should be underneath your spirit of death.
Yeah, I see
That's
it now.
crazy.
Bro, that is fucking. Yeah, I don't know.
You got yeah. That's I think that and the Robostars are the best rolls you guys got in this one. You guys got Nolzur's Marvelous Pigments with 2 charges. You have 2 pots of pigments that allow you to create 3-dimensional objects by painting them in 2 dimensions. The paint flows from the brush to form the desired objects as you concentrate on its image. Each pot of paint is sufficient to cover 1,000 square feet of a surface, which lets you create inanimate objects or terrain features such as a door, a pit, flowers, trees, cells, rooms, or weapons that are up to 10,000 cubic feet. It takes 10 minutes to cover 100 square feet. When you complete the painting, the object or terrain feature depicted becomes a real non-magical item. Thus, painting a door on a wall creates an actual door that can be open to whatever beyond. Yep, that's it.
So basically, Looney Tunes fucking paint.
Yeah.
You almost rolled portable hole.
Oh, bro, we need
That would have been great.
Yeah, that dude.
Well, hey,
You guys have so much
Olive,
insane shit.
Olive, can
There's
you?
also so much crap you guys already have that you don't even give a shit about. There's a fucking insane thing in Finals inventory that he's never touched, never talked about, and it's so good. I'm not saying shit. You gotta look for it. Fuck you. That shit's in your inventory.
Bro, I don't even. The leather pouch with 8 stones. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh yeah, maybe you should read that one.
Uh,
Nah, we're just gonna take that one to the grave with us. But Olive can fucking use those paints to make her magnum opus that she's got to make.
but it doesn't tell him what the spells are, does it?
Nope, that's what
Does
you
it not?
just. No, it doesn't. It says 8 stones and it gives the
Oh,
color. Each casts a spell based on
That's why we've never
level.
used it. It's just a
yeah, but I
what is a
know,
random
and I'm
rock?
letting you know that it's not. That these are powerful, good spells.
Okay,
Like
we'll keep it in
they're
mind.
kind of random, but like it's literally throw a stone, like big spell happens.
Okay, well, I'll keep
Free
that in
shit.
mind.
If we ever need a MacGuffin.
Here, let me.
It's not that strong.
Here, so I can actually.
Level 3 spells, I'll say, power level wise. Level 3 spells. Maybe higher, but level 3 on average.
Here, let me add it to my stuff. That way I can actually.
Hell yeah. This shit is crazy. It costs you 10,000 gold pieces and 120 days of time to make an iron golem.
Yeah, Hawkins will get right on that.
But whenever you obtain the ability to make an iron golem, you can fucking make an iron golem, and that's insane.
Yeah. And then
Fucking
Hawkins will just be
tavern
able to
money,
make a
just
street guard. We'll be just have guards of iron gold.
tavern money and thieves guild money going directly to fund an iron army or iron golem army.
That'll be a fun special unit to pop out of your underground thieves tunnels, New Vegas house style. Fucking
I need one iron
uh,
golem to be as big as a fucking city wall. That way he can just be the Titan music.
that's gonna cost a lot of gold and a lot of raw resources.
Do the pearl or the shield have a name, or are they just made up?
Pearl is a pearl of power. The shield is Sentinel shield.
Okay.
I would say since I got
Figurine
the,
of wondrous power, obsidian steed.
I just put
Ring of the
statuette of
Ram.
horse obsidian.
Bag of devouring. Horseshoes of a zephyr. Urzat's eye.
I would say just give the shield to Olive since I got the other shit.
Okay.
Also, I'll wait till she gets back to ask her if she wants the breastplate thingy.
The feather token, I'll say you guys need to look into that to discern its true function more.
Or I mean, we could just go with my plan of fuck it.
MacGuffin.
Could do. That's definitely a way better MacGuffin than the 8 stones.
I have like a vague idea of what it does. And it's like one of like a couple things in my head.
Well, if it's a feather with a bird thingy on it, the first thing that comes to my mind as a player would be that it transforms into some type of maybe like you said it was made of porcelain, so maybe like a celestial bird or some shit. I don't fucking know.
A well-educated guess.
But yeah, for sure, give the shield to Olive. I'll just
The goop.
wait to ask her about the armor.
The goop is the last magic item.
Is it mayonnaise?
It is not a mayonnaise.
Fuck, I can't play it as an instrument then.
This viscous, milky white substance can form a permanent adhesive bond between any two objects. It must be stored in a jar or flask that has been coated inside with the oil of slipperiness.
It's just
When
fucking Wonder
found,
Glue.
it is. It's sovereign glue.
Oh.
1 ounce of glue can cover a 1 foot square surface. The glue takes 1 minute to set. Once it has done so, the bond it creates can be broken only by the application of universal solvent or oil of etherealness or a wish spell.
Just
And
like
you have two uses of it, basically.
you just get
But it's not come.
you just get some on a glove, and you just be like, "Yo, guy, high five me." The glove
Diabolical.
is forever stuck to him.
Pearl of Power is pretty sick. Slippers of Spider Climb is kind of funny because now more people can
Me and Olive can both just
do the
fly.
toodaloo. Sentinel Shield is pretty sick.
Oh yeah, by the way, Olive, do you want adamantine breastplate?
Yeah, sure.
Your AC goes down by 1, but you get critical hit resistance.
Yeah, if you want to throw that on hers. What about the
Okay.
bagpipes? What do they do? We never figured that out yet.
I haven't found the items yet. I can't find them in the tables very easily. I am still scrolling.
I'm guessing it's a bardic instrument.
And
Instrument of the bards.
I would keep that sovereign glue as far away from me as you could possibly can, because you don't want to give that to me.
I gave it to Olive.
I'm curious, like, that could potentially
Also
work
gave her
to
validity
connect
gain.
your horseshoes to the horse statue in just enough to where, like, you would activate the horse statue and then, like, the horseshoes would just be, like, near enough the feet that I'll be like, sure, the horse knows the drill, it attunes to the things, and then when it goes back to statue form, they're just like normal ass sized horseshoes stuck to the bottom of this fucking statue.
I mean, if he's attuned to him, wouldn't they shrink down with him since they're magically attuned to him?
I mean, I could go that route, but I find this one a bit funnier, and my first thought was they're like, one of them is an object that grows into a thing. The other one is just a thing that needs to be applied to a thing, but it loses that like creature attachment, so it basically has to drop attunement when it goes back into statue form because it's no longer a creature.
I mean, the horse can fucking fly. I'll just.
They also don't attune. It's just a wondrous item.
Well, no, it turns into a horse that like has sentience.
No, I'm talking about the horseshoes. They're not an attune item.
Yeah, but you still have to
Oh, okay,
fix them
cool.
on there.
Yeah, that's like the only discrepancy that's like specified in the
Again,
shit that it's like.
The horse can fucking fly. I think it'll be fine. I'll just save it for giving it to somebody else's normal horse.
We can give it to Olive's horse guy.
He'd dig those as a gift,
The
honestly.
Cavalier.
He'd be like, "You're giving me this shit? I'll fucking serve you until I die. I'll fucking serve you with my kids and kids until they die."
A
Jeez.
Zephyr Cavalier at her beck and call.
He'd be like, Dude, watch my horse do the fucking moonwalk backwards.
Like straight, like dude, I'm just imagining like the footage of like horse prancing and like the weird shit they do at horse shows or like horse Olympics, whatever the fuck that's called, equestrian games. And it's just like floating and doing everything like backwards, just 4 feet off the ground, like over the first row of audience members. A few people get shit on, but like the judges are like 10, 10, 10. That shit is so dumb.
Here's this thing.
Throw out the pipes of haunting, so I can see it real quick, and then I'll look through the bard instruments.
Pipes of haunting is kind of meh. Whoops, I added that to All's inventory by accident.
So, I've seen this item before, like just above game. When it says a
Mhm.
creature, does it mean a creature that can actually like fit into the bag? And if so, what are the dimensions of the bag?
1 cubic foot.
They're kind of meh.
Let's see.
Pipe of smoke monsters, bird pipes, pipe of the sewers, pipe of remembrance.
Throw out pipe of remembrance and sewers. What was the other one? The one in between those two?
Bird pipes.
Nah.
I think that's just an item though. Yeah, it's just a regular item. Pipe of smoke monsters.
You guys already have that one.
Yeah, I've got that one.
That's all I see off just pipe. Search bag. Let's pops up.
Also, I want to say in his downtime, Ajax is like, anytime he's just doing downtime shit, he has that like pipe in his mouth. He's just fucking smoking,
Hell yeah.
creating little like itty bitty puffs of random monsters.
Half orc Saruman vibes, I feel.
Hey man, I haven't even gone in my dread form yet.
Damn. I don't know what that means.
It's what I can do as a bonus action, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh
That
yeah.
sounds pretty sick, honestly.
Also, just so you're aware from now on, I don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. I
I mean,
have
sick, but where are you getting that from?
grave touch.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
I
your
mean, that's like an invocation of some kind.
no. It's from the undead. So your patron's powers have profoundly affected your body and magic. You don't need to eat, drink, or sleep.
That's pretty fucking sick.
And then additionally, when I hit an enemy with any kind of attack, I can replace the damage with necrotic and add an extra damage dice to it.
Okay, I found it. I went back and I found the number that was rolled.
Okay, what is it?
Instrument of the Bards, Anstrith harp.
Oh, it's a harp.
It is a harp. I saw bards and red bags. And red bag, and then just like assumed bagpipes from there. I'm pretty sure.
Anstrith harp.
Yes. An instrument of the Bard's Quizzes Book of the Conspirator, blah blah blah. 7 types of the instruments exist, each named after a legendary bard college. A creature that attempts to play without being attuned must succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 2d4 psychic damage. You can use the action to play the instrument to cast one of its spells. Once the instrument has been used to cast a spell, it can't be used to cast that spell again until the next dawn. The spell uses your spellcasting ability and spell save DC.
All right, I guess I got a harp now.
You can play the instrument while casting a spell that causes any of its targets to be charmed on a failed saving throw, thereby imposing disadvantage on the save. This effect applies only if the spell has a semantic or material component. Um,
I can share it.
The harp can cast fly, invisibility, levitate, and protection from good and evil. In addition, the harp can cast control weather, cure wounds at 5th level, and wall of thorns.
Damn, those are some good spells.
Yo,
Sick.
if you are if you have proficiency with a given musical instrument, you can add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to play music with the instrument. A bard can use a musical instrument as a spellcasting focus. Each type of musical instrument requires a separate proficiency.
Okay, so like I have a flute, a drum, and a lyre. Can I use the lyre proficiency? It's like literally right next to me.
Uh, I mean, does John have a way to swap proficiencies around?
No, I'm just like a lyre and a harp are like the same thing.
Um,
Like, does like a tuning ability
no.
let me use it anyways, or do I
I mean,
have to
they're the
have
same
harp?
thing, like physically, like mechanically, but they're like laid out differently. And one has very few strings, one has a lot of strings, and have
Right.
very different techniques.
Yeah, I understand. The my point is like, do I have to like learn how to play the harp to even use this?
Yes, you would need a musical instrument proficiency to use it.
I have a musical instrument proficiency. It's just not this one.
Uh, do you have a way to change your own proficiency other than like spending time or like spending downtime?
I guess not. I don't know. I have a jack of all trades. I have the edit tool to change it into a lyre. I have
I mean, you could just take the time to.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just like
I'd say since you already have what instrument proficiency do you have already?
I have flute, drum, lyre because I just grabbed like 3 of them.
Because you already know something that's pretty similar and you already have a pretty uh good understanding of the instrument. I'm also forgetting that John is a fucking bard. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't take you very long to learn how to play a harp. I think the biggest difficulty you'll find is getting a kind of shitty one that you can practice with, so that the that one doesn't fuck you up. I'd say like if you wanted to during downtime, like in the keep after it's done, you could like dedicate time to practicing with that harp and like taking a damage penalty to like start adding to the learning timer, unless you like find another method of learning a proficiency.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna take us to do the gold shit, but if we're here for like days or something, in between me doing my shit with the alchemy stuff, I could take my newfound horsey and fly back to a town and buy a harp if they have one.
This is true. Your horsey is currently in horsey form. If you don't have the item fully, it turns into a nightmare that will listen to your commands. But it only lasts 24 hours, and then you have to wait 5 days before you can use it again.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I mean, I can make the deal with John right now if he will decipher or start deciphering this book that I was waiting to use comprehend languages on. I can fly out and
Oh yeah,
go
I can just
purchase,
cast that spell.
just go
You
purchase a harp.
wanna? What book did you want to do?
The I guess it was the herb book or whatever the book I found for the alchemy stuff.
Oh yeah, sure, easy. You can now easily identify and like see what they're useful for from the book. It's not coded or anything like that. It's just in a different language.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he could like while I'm flying to go get his harp thing from one of the in air quotes safe towns.
Mm-hmm.
He could begin like writing that shit out in common, so I wouldn't have to keep comprehend languages up.
Yeah, I'd say you could probably do that, though you probably wouldn't find it very easy to make very good legible notes in the margins of the book while flying on
Oh no, John
on the
would
horse.
be translating it while I'm
I
doing it.
ain't doing
Oh,
it. I'm using comprehend language and doing it.
I
He can
understand
go into
now.
town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
while I'm getting his harp.
yeah, easy.
How much is a harp?
Well, in real life, they're fucking expensive. I'd say you'd have to go to the big town that you've been to before.
Is this like a
And you can.
standing harp or like a hand harp?
It's a standing harp.
Oh gosh.
Jesus Christ. How about I buy him a small harp and he learns to go from there?
Well, he already has a kind of small harp thing in the lyre knowledge. He needs to have something big enough to where he can use two hands, which
Just use some of the like gold we have.
How much is a standing harp? Before I make
um
the trip, we'll see.
I'd say it'd probably be like 500 to 800 gold for like a basic harp,
I
just because
have
it's like super skilled craftsman
how much?
and kind of vibe.
How much is
Like
a?
like 5 to 800. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no. How much is a platinum piece in your game?
10 to 1.
So 10 gold pieces
I
for
think Ethereum is the only not 10 to 1 currency.
so 10 gold.
Uh, 1 platinum. Yeah.
So that would put me. I mean,
You
if I
guys also have a massive pile of gold at the top of the thing, so you have enough to cover that cost for sure.
I mean, I
Like you
can
don't even
just.
have to count it out.
Well, no, I mean, I can just use what I have on me, like, because I need to get rid of some of this shit anyway.
Fair. You can also take stuff to try to sell,
No, no.
if you want. No, I'm talking like anything in your all's inventory that you don't care
An
for.
Antra's harp was a slender, graceful design, small and light enough to be played in one's lap.
If I can
With
find
carved
one for
teak woven design.
500, I can get that with just selling like
It's
one
a
or two.
lap harp.
Okay. So it's still like big, but not like over encumbersome where you
Yeah.
you
It can
essentially
still
need
be
like a
wielded
sling
in
to
battle. It's
yeah,
not like
you need a sling basically to hold it up for you when you're not like sitting down, which is easy enough.
So is it just gonna be 500 or how much is it
Uh,
actually gonna be?
it
it says it's
being a
only
smaller
3,000.
size, it would be probably down to like 300 to 400. Yeah, the sling isn't for the weight, it's for the keeping it in a position so that you can like use your hands well.
Yeah.
But then as a benefit, it makes it easier for you to just kind of like whip out a melee weapon if you need to.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, give me the 400 one and give me a higher end one.
Okay. Do you want a magical one or do you want a like just a really good quality one?
Do they have a harp of learning?
Uh, roll a D100.
Harps for dummies. A
Nope.
43.
Um,
I guess just a really good one because I'm not. I know a magical one would probably increase the
what's
price.
your budget? How high you want to go with this? What level of craftsmanship you looking for?
Whatever 440 gold can get me.
Oh,
I do have
Functionality.
other stuff to sell, but I don't want to be here that long.
okay. So are you one? So that's going to be functionally the same in terms of harp quality. Um, so you can either do the 450 and we'll say it's like a standard like entry level harp, but it has like
Just
better
take
quality strings
450
and a
out of
bit
the,
of like a nice paint job or something.
yeah,
Um,
just take the 450 out of the dragon gold. It's fine.
I'll just take it
yeah.
out. I'll take it out of my gold. You can reimburse me later.
I mean, if you want to, you can literally take a fucking purse scoop out of the gold pile,
Yeah, like
I'll
right
just
out the door.
rock into town with a couple loose K just like
No.
dangling out of your pocket.
No, I've already, bro. I've already got enough
No.
attention with the
You
fucking
don't you
nightmare
have like
horse.
16,000 silver pieces on you right now?
Yes,
Get rid of them. Paying all silver.
bro. Like, I think I've already got enough attention on me with the fucking nightmare horse. Just let me buy my harp and be the fuck out of this.
Yeah, that is fair. I'll say it's easy enough. If you want to sell stuff, you can sell stuff. There's a bunch of gems in the stuff that if you want to wait until it's kind of gone through, you can take and sell for their value, unless you want to keep them for some other use, like spell components.
I
Uh,
would sell stuff because I like. Okay, let me ask. On the main overworld map, which town am I in doing this shit?
let's go to it. Where the fuck is it?
Because this will determine how
There it
comfortable I
is.
am with these fucking towns.
You're going to this one. It's the biggest town. That is like still that is like under the God of the End of the Worlds thing. It's pretty like nothing like crazy is happening in there, though you did get attacked by a mind flayer raiding party in the night. Nothing overly strange was happening during the day other than the weird gatherings of the like banished townspeople from that other place. Other than that, it's just like a overly crowded but decently sized small city.
Hold on, let me calculate all this shit up real quick.
But in the horde, there's also like a bunch of random art objects that are just worth money. You also got a bunch of them from the previous horde. I think you actually used those for the keep stuff earlier.
If you
Yeah.
wanna, okay,
Yeah, if you want to sell the eye, you can sell the eye.
if you
I don't
want
want to
to
sell the
give
eye.
me
The eye's going on
the,
faith.
while I have the horse, if you want to give me, fuck, I don't know. I mean, I can't carry all this shit probably. That's
I
all. That's
mean,
it.
you have a bag that carries around objects.
Does the bag of
Like,
devouring actually activate?
You
No,
not
that's
only
just
have
a
a bag of
normal bag.
devouring, you also have a bag of holding. You have like
Yeah,
both of
we
those
do.
things.
Wait, we have a bag of holding?
Yeah,
Yes.
Since when?
Since the beginning.
since forever.
Fuck. Okay, give me the value of all the shit, and I'll go sell everything in the at the bullshit.
Yeah, sell the bullshit. Here you go.
You have 4 gemstones worth 10 gold pieces apiece. You have 5 gemstones worth 50 apiece. You have
Oh, whoa,
4
so
worth
5 times 50. That's
250.
50 plus.
40 for the 10 GP.
No, I was
400. Oh, sorry.
I was adding it to the number I already had previously.
Okay. You have 4 100 GP, so 400 after that. You have 3 500, so 1500.
1,500
Um,
G's. Okay.
you have 3 1000 value at 3000 total.
3,000. Okay.
You have like 8 random shits at 25 GP, so 200.
200.
You got 3 random pieces worth 250 at 750 a piece.
So wait, how much is that?
Or sorry, 750 total.
750
Uh,
total. I was about to say
yeah.
750 a piece. Jesus.
Yeah, the next category is 750 a piece, which you got 1 of, so another 750.
Okay.
Then though you got like a bunch of random shit that are like just mundane items with no gold value attached. That's the embroidered throw pillows depicting wormling dragons, hourglass with sparkling sand, a scroll containing an epic poem that praises the green dragon, a map showing the dragon's lair in relation to the villages and other landmarks, a jar with a dead illithid tadpole, the skull of a fiend, and a drum used for religious rites are all just like random shit that you found in Discord that don't have a gold value attached to them, but you can probably find a place that would be willing to buy them if you wanted to get rid of any.
I mean, we can probably do that when it's not just me there. This is more like I want to go quick and get it done and not stay the fuck in town.
Word.
Horse statue called again.
That is the boop de boop figurine of wondrous power, obsidian steed.
Anything else tied with a gold value that is an item?
No, everything else was the magic items and then just liquid cash.
Okay, so everything that I'm going to be selling in town from my inventory that I already have, and plus everything you just listed, equals out to 7,290.
And this is already factoring in the using of the other ones to do stuff for the keep upgrades, building stuff.
Yes, this is not including
Cool.
the
Just double checking.
yeah, this is not including the 3 or 4 items I posted earlier. This is
That sounds good.
including just a wooden necklace with arcane runes worth 25 GP, a
Ah, yes, that random shit. I remember that list.
pewter bracelet worth 75 GP,
Mhm.
golden cloth 25 GP, brass mug with jade 25 GP, statue, or no, that was 250 GP, another 250 for the statue, golden lockets, and I think, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that sounds solid.
So
Let's
yeah,
say you can do that. It takes probably like 3 to 4 hours for you to go to the few different stores you need to go to. You can bring the horse into town, or you can leave the horse out of town. It will listen to its order to stay.
The horse is gonna stay near me.
Alrighty. It will follow you up to the literal door of the establishments that you go into.
Works for me.
And it'll just kind of stand outside, blocking most people's entrance into these establishments until you leave. You get everything sold. You find a harp and manage to find one that comes with a strap for bardic use specifically. Anything else you wanted to accomplish while in town?
Nope, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You hop back on Jiminy Spook's horse and fly off back to the Green Dragon's lair with a nice chunk of change weighing your pockets down. In the liquid gold value, you guys have copper pieces, 5,100. Silver pieces, 7,000. Gold pieces.
Are you writing this down then, or should I?
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
also taking notes. Plus, if the standard procedure is happening, you guys are shipping this off to Hawkins anyway, so you guys don't really need to keep track of it on your persons.
Yeah, yeah.
Just goes to the town. But what? We're at gold or electrum if you do that.
We got 2,400 gold pieces and 3,000 platinum pieces. I'd say if you guys want to have any like liquid cash on you for any reason, you can scoop some.
I mean, I think out of the 7,200 something I just got, that's in like if I
yeah, that's a pretty
divide
solid amount of liquid cash. For
yeah,
the
if I
group
divide that
at the
by
moment.
3, that's 2,430 for each of us.
Especially with your experience in interacting with places around here, the economy is pretty standard, if not like a bit strange because of limited resources.
Yeah, so I mean, if everybody won't like just divide what I have by 3, everybody gets just liquid cash to add to their person would just be 2,430.
Yeah, sounds good. So that total from the horde, not including what was sold, is 54,751 gold pieces in total value. Including all the random shit, it's 61,641 GP according to this thingy. Though I don't know if it's including the value of the magic items. I
Word.
also said you got some scrolls that I didn't roll. Give me a second.
Yeah, that my imp guy found.
So with my armor, I can only attune to 2 more things. So I can attune to the robe, but then I have to choose between the slippers and the instrument of the bards. So until I learn the harp, I guess I'll have spider climb.
All right. You get a scroll of Odaluk's freezing sphere.
How the fuck
Sick.
do you spell that first part?
It's
Okay.
it's 6th level. OTILUKE apostrophe S freezing sphere.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
You also get Investiture of Wind, 6th level transmutation. You also got a scroll of Mighty Fortress.
Sick.
That's pretty crazy. Man, I love random loot tables.
Yeah, okay, Investiture of
You guys have gotten some tasty shit out of that for sure.
I wrote them
Scroll.
down. I'm probably gonna try to just like put them in a spell book so we have them permanently.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just making sure I have them written down. What was the fortress? What was the fortress one?
Mighty Fortress.
Mighty, yeah, scroll of Mighty
It's
Fortress.
8th level.
Jesus Christ, I don't even know what the fuck that does. I've never heard of it.
It summons a Mighty Fortress.
It's like the item, but just a spell.
See, when you say mighty fortress, all I picture is a fortress that has arms and legs and will fight for you as you ride in it.
Yeah,
I mean, we could do that.
you know that like castle fruit guy from One Piece?
Yeah.
It's that basically.
And
Oh yeah,
well,
because you get to build the walls and you can just make it a big fucking box for no fucking reason.
what was the last one?
That was the last one, I
Yeah, just
believe.
2 level 6 and a level 8.
The second level 6 was like Investiture of Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the freezing spear, investiture, wind, mighty fortress. Wasn't there another
Mighty
one?
Fortress.
Oh
No,
yeah, the roll was 4.
okay, yeah. Cool. That's cool.
Let's fucking go.
Wish scroll, wish scroll, wish scroll.
If the dragon had a wish and he
Unfortunately,
couldn't get
it's
out of
not
here,
on the table high enough for 9th level spell.
that would not make any sense if the dragon couldn't get out of here on his own and he had that.
You know, you can't cast it if you can't cast that level of a spell, I think. It's like the way that it's
I'm
fire.
interested in like adding downcasting potential, though that idea is kind of limited to spell design in how it's worded. Um Scroll of Animal Shapes.
Okay.
That's a fun one.
I don't even know what the fuck that does.
What level is that?
It's 8th level.
Okay.
Your magic turns others into beasts. Choose any number of willing creatures you can see within range. You transform each target into the form of a large or smaller beast with a challenge rating 4 or lower. On subsequent turns, you can use your action to transform affected creatures into new forms. The transformation lasts for the duration for each target or until the target drops to 0 or dies. You can choose a different form for each target. A target's game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the beast. Though the target retains its alignment and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, the target assumes the hit points of its new form, and when it reverts to its normal form, it returns to the number. If it reverts as a result of dropping to 0, any excess damage carries over. As long as excess damage doesn't reduce it to normal 0, it isn't unconscious.
So like wild
Limited.
shapes people. So like what
Yeah.
can you maintain concentration in that?
It is up to 24 hours, yes.
It's,
No, I'm so like while you're in, if you become an animal as well, you can also maintain concentration.
No, you turn others into things. Like you could target yourself, but that would affect your concentration on it, it seems.
Like I was just wondering because like druids can wild shape and maintain it, so that's why I was curious.
I feel like I would allow you to maintain it if you had like a druidic background of some kind.
Okay, I just wasn't sure how it worked. Because like my immediate like idea was like, well, if you turn like like a bunch of people into like mice and then like crawl into a place and then you just use an action to turn them into something else.
So,
The
according
creature is
to
limited in the actions it can perform by the nature of its new form and can't speak or cast spells. So I
according
would say only if the creature that you turn has wild shape training.
according to Roll20 thing for spell scrolls, if the spell is on your class spell list but a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine whether or not you can cast it. It is a DC plus 10 for the level of the spell. On a fail, it disappears and the scroll no longer has the effect.
Yeah.
So you don't have to actually
only-
have the spell slot to cast it. You just have to, like,
As long as it's in your school of magic.
and then
yeah.
make a saving throw.
But I'll also say that like spell scrolls that are outside of your class spell list, you can still add to your spell book. That shit lame. Get more spell variety. Do dumb shit. Yes.
I mean, my entire class lets me put cleric spells into mine.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, honestly, your spell list. I was looking at it earlier and I was like, holy, this is
Wild.
an insane spell list for a wizard, not gonna lie.
I am the ultimate divination person without portent.
Don't forget you got the potion of storm giant strength.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is the dragon's horde. Um
You said a hill giant?
Storm giant.
Storm giant.
Yes, bigger,
Isn't that like
better,
25 or
more
27?
stronger.
29.
Yes.
29 for 1 hour.
Jesus.
Who wants it? Who wants a 29 strength for 1 hour?
Probably Olive because her versatile +3 sword.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't at that point, with that amount of strength, couldn't you just walk up to a tree and use it as a fucking weapon?
I'd let you roll it.
You can literally just fucking pick up the tree with one hand and just chunk it off into the middle distance.
Yeah, that shit for sure. You could just rip it out of the ground, honestly.
With the
You might need a bigger weapon to like not break it, but I guess it's enchanted. We'll have to see.
there was like an anime I was watching earlier. This like chick like threw a tree like a javelin. And these people building a bridge to like delay the bridge building for a couple days. It's just like that should hold them.
Yeah, I would
I
probably stop working on a bridge if a tree fucking landed in the ground next to my workstation.
I mean, if Kratos, being as tall as he is, can grab a full ass tree with like both arms and smack
Kratos is a demigod.
Demigod, yeah.
yeah, but he just grabbed a full ass tree and then just smacked that motherfucker. He's at least got a half.
Kratos has a higher
No.
strength score
So
than
what?
29.
No, it's fine. So what you're
I thought we
saying
only
is
could go up to
that,
30. I thought that's the cap.
so
As a like humanoid class creature, right? But like giants exceed that, dragons exceed that, gods by far exceed that.
well, technically a humanoid, by definition, can only cap at 20 without magical assistance.
Yeah. Divine magic is magic. So like that's how you go with potions and enchanted items and yada yada, right?
Yeah.
Mechanically speaking. But so from there you guys can decide to go and do what you will. We can wrap it up there. We didn't get too much done because of all of the talking about the upcoming changes.
What's the group name?
that doesn't have to be settled upon, but the idea is that you guys will have your own name, and then like the faction itself will have a name. So like you can do both the same thing, or you can like have one and another be different. Um it's up to you guys. Does anybody have any like plans of what they want to do on the floor moving forward, as well as questions or clarifications regarding the upcoming changes? Because if you guys want, I can go through the different faction stuff to give like the titles and the bonuses they give, what specializations are available to you all. Um, Shit like that. We can go through like in more detail about followers and stuff if you're interested.
I'm interested in some of the follower stuff and things. I think we should take like a week or so to try to do what the dragon said and like recruit people.
I suspect with the way that things might be going, it will probably take maybe 2 or 3 more sessions to like round out the floor if you guys go like straight through the method that I have in my head. So you guys have a bit of time before these changes are like taking place. So you guys got time to like scheme, and if you want to learn more, we can like I can like send you guys information about stuff like through DMs, or we could do like a random talk about it next Friday or some shit. Doesn't really matter.
Word.
We got time.
Yeah, that sounds
The
good to me. Also, whenever you get a chance, could you give me like a token for the imp and the nightmare horsey?
Yeah.
I can work on that. See what I got. Like
Nightmare
autofill.
and Imp are both in there. Nightmare, you can't put a space in it or it fucks it up.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's so rude, honestly. How does it not know I didn't mean to have a space there, and I'm not planning on putting in another word. Um, the like adventurer guild titles are Captain, Doc, Know It All, Smart Mouth, and Weirdo. Domain power, Never Tell Me the Odds. Domain feature, Call in a Favor. Specializations are Disorganized Misfits, Explorer Society, or Mercenary Company.
Damn, that's a big horse.
Yeah. The Martial Regiment stuff is like if you wanted to make a kind of like Order of Knights
This is a
or
regular
something of
horse
that nature.
in comparison.
Yeah, they are of similar size, but that one's pretty sick. And it's got wings.
Look at this horse.
The is it that's the imp. What is this horse?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that looks sick. What's that one called?
It's just a riding horse, but it's from the Esper Genesis Core manual.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. I think it's like a futuristic like setting.
The Martial Regiment titles are Ambush Captain, Bravura Commander, Field Medic, Tactical Marshal, and War Mage. domain power brute force, domain features, armament, and the professionals (parentheses special unit). Specializations of City Watch, Nightly Order, and Military Squad. A mercantile guild comes with the titles of Acquisitions Expert, Chief of Security, Executive Manager, Fixer, and Safety Officer. Domain power outgunned. Domain features.
Domain expansion.
Yeah, sure.
I, this is what out of like what Chat GPT gave me for like names. I think these are the only two that are probably like noteworthy. They came up with the Phantom Trinity and the Otherworldly Alliance. Out of like a list of 10 names, those are the only two good ones.
Sorry, I am responding to a message real quick.
Well, I can move the horsey, but I can't move the imp.
Yeah, the imp. Yeah, I have to find him.
Okay, what was the suggestions you had?
The Phantom Trinity and the Otherworldly Alliance.
Interesting.
This one ain't bad either. They also the Haunted Harmony. That one's not bad. Plays off his bard thingy.
Mm-hmm. It gives a pretty interesting. The options that you've listed so far have a pretty interesting tone. They're like somewhat menacing, and then like not really.
Oh, I mean, the Otherworldly one makes like sense somewhat. I mean, he's got spirits and shit.
Yeah, it's like it's not like aggressive names, but it's like spooky almost.
That's
Like
what it's meant
like
to be.
ethereal kind of. Ethereal themed. For the mercantile guild, you could specialize for Monopoly, Pirate Band, Trade Guild. Went over the Mystic Circle in the chat very briefly, but you get like universal energy field, domain power, feature of forgotten rite of animation, special unit, unravel sorcery, specializations that I think I went over. The nature stuff is for druid shit. Noble court for like political influence, intrigue, and kind of dominion over people. And then religious order is like kind of paladin cleric themed. And then Underworld Syndicate for that kind of stuff.
I still think my vote's on
What
Mystic Circle or Underworld Syndicate, either one.
I feel. What did you want to hear about the follower stuff?
Like whatever you were offering. I just was more curious about what I can do with them.
So, let's see.
In my head, I now just have elven archers and an ambassador.
So the archers are like a group of people that I will determine how many they are. And they can be used in mass combat. They're essentially just like a retinue of elven artillery that has like whenever the like keep and a few other buildings like get finished, they will just kind of appear because like the presence alone has attracted groups of interest, and they come to pledge their services to you. So the military stuff is for use in military stuff and like defending your shit. The um there's like a whole mass combat system that will be for like big amounts of people, units, warfare. Whenever that stuff could be used during combat, that'll be a kind of like side combat where like you can control so many units on your turn based off of proficiency modifier, and you just like go in turn order. um but if you guys don't want to deal with that, then I can kind of just like do that real quick and determine the battle that way. um
I have a question more like large, forever scale.
cool.
Um, so with the items that I currently have,
Yeah.
uh, I would like to cast a spell on the eye like every day.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Um, my immediate like the options of that I'm considering are like just to spell divination.
Okay, and what kind of outcome are you looking for?
I like
What do you want to be able to do with this? Just like cast divination through the eye once a day? Have permanent divination?
I'm not exactly sure. I'm just like my immediate thought is like an eye of divination, but that doesn't really tell me much about what it does. That's just my immediate thought. And then I could technically use like see invisibility, but like that's not as interesting.
Um, I feel like you could attempt to do that. I feel like with Hawkins' help, you could probably, even though I don't think either of you are actually artificers, Hawkins has the more,
Hawkins is a roundabout artificer. He just went
right,
chronomancy because it's a better form of magic.
right. But because he doesn't have that like specific training, it'll just be
Well,
like,
he does. He has the artificer feat.
oh, never mind then.
He's a roundabout
And
artificer.
yeah, working with Hawkins, you could enchant stuff. Uh, we can like workshop that. That sounds solid.
Let me see. I'm gonna look up because
I'd have to look at divination and kind of.
yeah, I'm looking up divination spells in general because like there might be a better one to do. But like with the Pearl of Power thing, right? my idea is dump a spell into the eye every day, and then get one one lower.
Mhm.
Oh, this one would be really good, but I don't know this spell. I would have to get it eventually.